Welcome back from the short break, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Osu Catch World Cup 2024. Returning with me, Ewok, today is Sarton. And today we will be commentating the Taiwan versus Germany game. A close one here, 15 versus 18, I believe. Yeah, there it is. Taiwan in the red and Germany in the blue. How are you feeling today, Sarton?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. Just had a very nice match between Belgium and Philippines on the screens. I really enjoyed that, despite the circumstances in the Philippines. But this once more is a very close one. 15 seed versus 18 seed. You almost can't get any closer than that. You still have 16 seed versus 17 seed, but you know, that's just such a minute difference. I think this is going to be a great game, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. We saw the 16 versus 17 earlier in Mexico taking on the UK. UK taking that in kind of quick fashion, a sweep in fact. Now here, the second closest matchup of the weekend. Hopefully a lot closer here. Taiwan, captained by Dodo AB, Nanami, Shimo, Koharu, Ice Rain, Renata Yukina, and Happiness Fish. The 6 on that side for Germany, Marv, Melon, Bidu, Genoshi, Inaikari, Yuno for Life, and Inryoku. A few returning names, a few new names on both sides, but hopefully today a good game is coming.
Yeah, a couple of new names, but mostly veteran players still. Especially on the Taiwan side of things. I'm pretty sure all the accounts on the Taiwan team were made prior to 2013 or something along the lines of. So some older people with tons of experience, really. The same goes for Germany. Somewhat of a newer generation here and there, but still, there's plenty of people that have already played in CWC and gotten pretty far in the tourney as well. There's been bans and picks already, I'm pretty certain. There's a ban on double time 2. And a hidden 2 ban as well, one of the most popular bans so far, I do believe. Not too keen on playing low AR hidden, it seems. And Germany will be the first to pick after that. Now, what do you think is going to be the strategy on both teams, Ewong? Do you have any idea on what it could be for both Taiwan and Germany?
I think as a team and what they have, Germany should be aiming a lot more for those hard rock and double time. You can already see the Taiwan ban on double time 2. I think does kind of leave that space open for Germany to attack. As for Taiwan, hidden definitely the choice there. And I think in terms of mixed mod as well, you often see teams that have sort of this one player for everything go for that. But I think this time around, Taiwan being the higher seed should be aiming to get those mixed mods out of the way. They do definitely would be confident to have one player for each of those mod spots, and Germany with the first pick going to be no mod 3.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with you there with that analysis. I do believe that Germany might be able to get a couple on double time, and I think Taiwan would be really strong on mixed mod. But going for no mod first, I mean, this is not the most typical of catch maps, really. It is a quirky one, surely. Some weird spacings. It sometimes feels a little like a combat. There's a couple of spacings that are really hard to catch if you're not quite used to the map. It's hard to side read. It's an issue. Well, not an issue for these players at least, but it's troublesome for players that aren't quite accustomed to this type of play. And yeah, I think they're going to go for like trying to be more consistent than Taiwan on these types of no mod picks then, but Taiwan does have some really good combat players, and I think that is a strength that can be used on maps like these as well. So I'm not entirely certain whether that's like most optimal pick, whether I would opt for that myself, but then again, they probably strategize a bit more considering, well, they're playing, obviously.
Yeah, for a map like this as well, it's really like, if you pick this, being the gimmicky map it is, you are definitely confident in sending scores. As a team on this, you do have a solid 3 lined up, and you can see Genoshi, Marv, and Inryoku 3 confidently in. As for Taiwan, Minato Yukina, Shimo, Koharu, and Dodo AB, the ones stepping up for the challenge here, and Commander's in. That means we are getting started.
Yeah, solid lineup for both teams. A little curious about Genoshi playing there, but he's a veteran player by now too, so I'm guessing that's gonna go well. And they're on the way. First pick of the game. Quick to start the game here. Inryoku and Shimo Koharu both got a miss right at the beginning of the map. So the scoreline is going to remain quite similar. Shimo, however, is going to miss another note there. Slight lead for Ooh, it switches around a lot. I shouldn't be speaking too much. Lots can happen, as you can see.
Yeah, but as it stands now, Taiwan, the more consistent side, finding a lot less misses. Inroku going to be weighing down the German score even more as Taiwan looks to build heavily off the back of Dodo AB and Minato Yukina's at 200 plus scores. Shimo Kuharu not too far behind, almost there, but as time goes on and players find footing past the first quarter of the map, Germany is looking good again. Nop, don't worry, you know she's found a miss there, and Taiwan even more in confidence right now.
Yeah, all players did catch that one really spaced up jump, which is impressive. That is one you have to sort of remember, really. And Taiwan, indeed, is flexing its muscles so far on the map, looking a bit stronger, a bit more consistent, still having 2 SS scores over there. So Germany can really only hope for now, as we're already past the halfway point on the map, and well, Taiwan is going to require to miss at least like 3 times in order for Germany to pick up the score and take up the lead again. That's the first one, however. Dodo AB coming in with their first miss. Score difference is going to decrease a little bit there, and Germany might get a chance.
They're just crawling slowly back over, and they are finally in some consistency again. Let them go, but everyone else is going as well. Dodo AB gonna be back there soon, but two will do it for Taiwan. Only one coming from Shime Kuharu, but that is a 1 miss advantage in their favor, and their score will look to grow even more as the map comes to an end.
Another miss there for Shimo, but indeed, those 2 misses are detrimental. Probably Minato Yukina will also miss right at the end, but I think there's too little map left with only a couple of seconds to go. And Taiwan already having built up a 70,000 score advantage will definitely take that first pick. And that's going to be an immediate break point. So hopefully Germany won't get too nervous about that. Seems that the strategy hasn't quite worked out as well as they wanted it to. And Taiwan, if they are quick to pick the next map, will hopefully keep up the momentum. So bits of a unfortunate start there for Germany's campaign in a round of 32.
Yeah,
let's hope they can pick up the game.
Has a lot of confidence on that map as well. Look at the scores they've set: a 1 miss, no 2 miss, and some combos off from Minato Yukina. Looks like it's almost a pick they would have made at some point in the game, but now the ball is in their court, and now they can decide where they want to take this. Or they go straight into the hidden.
Yeah, they are not quite as quick to pick as I had expected them to be, honestly. Hidden is looking really juicy for them right now. Indeed, I do believe that Taiwan has the stronger players for that mod, but maybe they just want to try some no mod as well following up that win. Maybe they got confident. Maybe the combat pick would actually also carry in their favor, considering that it, well, doesn't quite play exactly the same, but some of the harder parts, especially the space jumps, are quite similar to the map we just saw, the Opera Yori I Comet the event GM. Quite a long title indeed. What will they do? What will they do?
Man, you are very much correct. Number 4 is a pick. Very interesting combat, very similar map.
Yeah, they are playing into that first pick for sure. Maybe that wasn't their original plan really, but it makes a lot of sense to go for it now. Germany might be a bit flustered, and yeah, keeping up that momentum is so important in these matches.
Very good. As you expect, very similar map, similar players. Germany not going to make any changes to their roster. As for Taiwan, Minato Yukina, top scorer of the previous map, says goodbye for Happiness Fish, making their first appearance this game.
Yeah, I expect both rosters to be swapped out quite often. There's plenty of talent on both teams, and I'm pretty sure they both teams will play into their strengths. All individual players will know what they want to play, will know what they can play. And considering this is such a close game, you're gonna need to take advantage of that at any possible moment. Second map is going to start here. This is Taiwan's first pick. Will they be able to increase their lead to a 2-0 lead, or will Germany be able to strike back? As the no mod performance on their end should be pretty good as well. Bits of a buffer before we get started. I hope everybody is locked into the lobby. It seems that there might be a bit of slow internet there on the end of Taiwan, but it does seem we're getting started now.
Oh, there it is as we go in. 2 early ones to kick off Taiwan's lead as Marv and Inryoku find us there. And consistency again from Taiwan to start things off on this decently long 2-minute 45 map.
Yeah, there's going to be drops for both teams, surely. This is not a map you're going to see being FC'd plenty in this group stage, in this round of 32, I should say. I'm going to say that wrong a lot of the time, I do assume. Still getting used to that, but I'm glad it's a round of 32. So far, Taiwan holding on to those combos very nicely, though. The song is going to increase in difficulty later on. These key eyes are pretty tough. And we move into that first one. And Ginoshi actually missing there for Germany. Once again, increasing the lead for Taiwan.
Yeah, but it is still that difference of 1 miss, 22k, not the lead to be too comfortable with.
Yeah, and Dodo AB already missed right there and misses again together with Happiness Fish, giving back the lead to Germany as Marvmela and Ryoki seems to have recomposed themselves a little bit there after that initial miss. I mean, they were really early, so didn't really take away too much from the total score. And now Germany can move into this latter half of the map in the driver's seat.
Yeah, with confidence indeed, and that confidence gonna be helped even more by a triple 200 combo now gonna be building up while Dodo AB and Happiness Fish play their catch-up game on the left side.
Yeah, it seems to be about a 50,000 score deficit there for Taiwan, so Germany can still afford to miss once more. A second miss would, however, shake it back up in favor of Taiwan. But so far, they're looking quite stable indeed. I mean, once you get used to this type of movement, this type of combat movement, it should be easier to play, especially towards the end. And it does seem to be the case. However, Ginoshi is going to be there to miss once more for Germany. It's going to get a lot tighter now. 20,000 points of difference.
At least one more from the German side. It is a great though Happiness with Ginoshi. That is staying put at 21k. But oh wait, it is going towards Taiwan's side. Is there enough time?
Ginoshi missing again. It seems that Taiwan will take it now.
Is it? Is it?
Oh, it's so close! Goodness gracious!
Saved by the bell. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Just a few unfortunate misses at the end for Ginoshi and Shimakaharu with the FC, as well as those two misses coming in clutch to help them take their second point. Now 2 up in this close matchup here. Taiwan have quite the head start here, this one. Now Germany with their pick, gonna have to be very careful with what they pick next.
Yeah, Ginoshi broke plenty there at the end. I think the nerfs caught up to him, and that was the only reason Taiwan was able to take that. I mean, just a singular miss right at the end wouldn't really have mattered. I think if Ginoshi only missed 5 times in total, that would have been a difference too. That would have cost him a couple of 100 points in his favor. So, just the fact that he missed about 3 to 4 times right there at the end was just a little bit too much to push it over to the Taiwan side, which is so incredibly unfortunate. Like, he could have afforded a single miss there. He could have, really. But 3 or 4 were just a little too much there. Oh, that's going to sting. That's definitely going to sting for Germany. Nomad doesn't seem to be the way to go for them right now, so maybe they should just go on to something else. Try some double time. However, the platter control is going to be even more difficult there, I do assume. So, Ginoshi maybe having to swap out for somebody else if they are too nervous. Indeed. Okay.
Yeah, they've got Mixed Mod 1 coming in. What we said earlier might not apply here. They are pretty confident with that one hidden player, that one hard rock player, that one no mod player. And they gone of this pretty risky because, as we said earlier, Taiwan can file a pretty good roster for this one as well. This comes out of confidence, and in a situation where you really need a point, a short game, first to 5, this point is extremely important. No replacements being made, or no, they're swapping spots, and there it is. The 3 that have played the past 2 maps going to be staying in once again. Marvmela on hard rock, Inryoku on... what's the order again? Oh, he's muted. Yeah, we'll only find out in a bit what mod each player is playing. I do not remember where the slots go, but with everyone,
I'm pretty sure Hard Rock is on top. And then from there on, I do believe, but I'm quite curious indeed. Like, I would expect Inryoki to play Hard Rock here for Germany.
Yeah, that was me as well. I thought Hard Rock was on top when I saw Genoshi there.
But I'm very certain they know what they're doing. Taiwan is looking quite logical indeed.
No, everyone's
just
being
there
around.
for no mod. Oh, they are swapping out indeed. Yeah, there you go.
Making sense now. And Inryoku on Hard Rock, Happiness Fish, Genoshi playing it out on Hidden, and Marshmallow and Shimo Koharu on no mod.
Yeah, there you go. Getting into our third pick here. I think once again both teams are just really strong for mixed mod composition. Inryoki, absolutely a hard rock specialist. Dodo AB, I would call that a hard rock specialist as well. Just a bit more of an all-rounder. Marshmallow, incredibly good at hidden. Shimo Kurara, I'm not entirely sure about. And we both know that Genoshi and Happiness Fish are really consistent on no mod too. Yeah, looking at it initially, Germany might have a good shot at this one, as you believe, but it's not a pushover once again. Taiwan is very strong too.
As we go through, Shimo Koharu, the one struggling a little bit, finding a few misses there and accuracy not looking too hot on the hidden. Gonna be now when Germany will begin to build their score lead quite a bit before Shimo Koharu reaches that 200 once again.
Yeah, it's a slow map. They'll get up there eventually, but it's going to take a little bit of time. It's a pretty tough map to play with hidden. It's fairly tight in terms of spacing, despite the fact that it looks fairly doable. It's AR9, which to some players is quite slow these days. It can be quite tricky. And so far, Germany is dealing with the trickiness a little bit better than Taiwan. It's only a single miss of difference, however. But the triple FC is very impressive indeed so far.
And around this point of the map as well, going to be signifying something. They are confident. They are very confident going into this one. So clear wise pick from Marv here. As we now approach that halfway point, and no one having broken yet. Shimo Koharu, as soon as I say that, once again and again. Now Germany are starting to run away with it, but Marshmallow halting it a bit with a miss there on hidden as well.
Yeah, it's still going to favor Germany a bit, this trade of misses. So the score advantage is now going to be about 40,000 points, a little more than that, I think. So Germany can afford to miss once more if they were to. And we are nearing the end of the map. 2/3 in by now. Genoshi, however, finding a miss for Germany. That is going to almost equal out the scores, I think. Germany's going to have a very slight lead by the end of Genoshi's combo. Happiness Fish is going to trade that, however. It will remain pretty close and pretty tight between these two.
Very close, but I believe it is still pretty confidently in the favor of Germany as we enter the final quarter of the map. But a few misses is all it takes to switch up the score a bit here.
It can still happen if you miss snap on these jumps. It could still hurt, but it's looking like nobody's planning on doing that. Germany holding on to those combos very nicely. 50,000 points of difference right before the end of the map. I think they've got this one.
Oh my.
Yeah, miss right there at the end is a little unfortunate, but it's more than enough. Marshmallow with a 950k score, which is really nice. A double FC, that double SS even for the hard rock players, however. Dodo AB and Inryoki really shining here. And yeah, Germany here with their first point. Indeed, mixed mod does carry in their favor just that little bit more than it does to Taiwan. And they can find themselves on the scoreboard now. Very nicely played.
Definitely, and now Taiwan, who had a bit of trouble making that no mod 4 pick earlier, gonna have their pick now, and most likely hidden, but considering how long it took them to make their first pick, may be at a bit of a crossroads here, a bit of a point where they kind of have to think about how this match will play out after that point as well.
Exactly. I don't feel like they should go for Nomad once more because the other two maps are very conventional in terms of play. So it's just not quite the same as the combo we just saw or the Opera map we just saw with the weird spacings and all. It's just a very regular specific catch map. So instead, what would Taiwan beat Germany on would be then the question. Like, Hidden is a very nice choice, perhaps. I do believe that Taiwan has a bit of a stronger roster for Hidden. It is a bit of a swap. Yeah, okay, they're gonna go for it, it seems.
Yeah, just in general, Hidden on Taiwan, you would think it's a little better, but in qualifiers, actually only a placing of one difference. The score difference is quite notable, and I think Taiwan, despite taking a while to make the pick, should and would be very confident with this one. With Naoto Yukino coming back in, Shimoko Haru and Happiness Fish, the two staying in. Those two have played. No, Happiness Fish hasn't. But Shimoko Haru has played every map up until this point.
Yeah, solid performance so far from them as well. Dodo Ebi joining the lobby too. Used to be a really good Hidden player. Hence why I might not call them a Hard Rock main per se. On the end of Germany, I do wonder who's going to be the third player for this map. I know that Marv, Mello, and Genoshi are both really strong Hidden players. I do wonder if Inryoku is going to be able to keep up with them. Mostly a Hard Rock main. He is going to remain in the lobby, however.
Yeah, quite interesting to see that actually. Germany having 3 more players, I would believe, are ready and available to play. But Inryoku opting to stay in for this one.
Yeah, it's hopefully not like the hardest Hidden pick you can go for. It's AR 9, so that is just on the edge of being low AR, but still mostly readable for players of this caliber. Certainly for somebody like Inryoku. So, yeah, it's mostly about consistency. It's definitely the easier of the 2 Hidden picks. The other one was banned by Germany, but that does not mean that they will underperform severely on this one compared to Taiwan. I do believe it's still going to be very close as we move into the first 100 combo. Everybody holding on to their own combos quite nicely. I do only expect the misses to come in somewhat later in the key eyes.
Yeah, so for now, it is just waiting to see who falls beforehand, or if everyone will be able to maintain it up until the key eyes.
Well, Inryoku did miss just now, about 50 combo ago, so that is right at the first key, right at the start of the first key eye, I'm pretty sure. This is a bit more difficult. You do have to time these pretty tightly, pretty neatly, but he's picked up the pace again, moving back to 200 combo. But Taiwan will lead very slightly for the time being. These snaps are pretty annoying too, especially if you're nervous. But everybody's holding on to the combos very, very nicely there. Impressive play.
Yeah, and it still does stay at that 28-29k lead to Taiwan till one finds a break there. Inryoku back on track at least though. So it is just a waiting game now for Germany, waiting for that one miss to come out of Taiwan if they do find that one miss.
Well, you know she's actually going to be the second miss on the end of Germany, so that's going to increase the lead for Taiwan. That's no good there for Germany. And Taiwan indeed looking rock solid so far with 500 combo on every player. It's not a certainty that they will keep up the full combos towards the end still. The upcoming part at around 650 combo is pretty tough. I do expect to see a couple of drops there. Dodo Ebi actually dropping right before that at 600 combo, and Germany will be able to catch up with points a little bit. Not quite enough yet. Now we just wait and see.
Now will be the point where the score does climb towards Germany's side. That little space between Dodo Ebi and Genoshi's miss. But no, it was a trade. And a miss from Genoshi, actually, that's going to be one that bolsters Taiwan's score. Dodo Ebi just catching up to score now of Shimoko Haru, still holding on to that FC as we reach that final quarter of the map. Break here, 89k the difference, and everyone aware of that one. nothing but confidence in the side of Taiwan going into this final section of the map.
Yeah, looking pretty good now at 90,000 points of difference. Taiwan will just have to hold on to their combos, and that is a ton easier right at the end. It's definitely not the hardest part of the map. This build-up can still be a little tricky, but Taiwan would have to miss 3 times in order for Germany to be able to catch up, and that's not going to happen. Looking really good over there.
Yeah, look at that. Taiwan just going. Shimao Koharu in particular, hopefully going to get ending this one on the FC, along with those splendid scores from everyone else on that side. Germany have the combos now, but it is a bit too late for anything to happen. 6 digits to lead now, and a 3rd point to Taiwan, making it 3-1. Only 2 more until they take the win.
Yeah, being behind 2 points in this round of 32 is pretty tough. You have to break them at least once then on the end of Germany. Very nice double S, however, from Marv Mello. They really tried everything in their power to stop Taiwan there, but it wasn't quite enough. Only 3 misses in total at the end of Taiwan. Just very solid play there. And indeed, just in general, stronger hidden players over there compared to Germany, it seems like. So the ban, on the other hand, is a very good ban for Germany. Good option there. So from now they have to go on to something else. At least they don't have to worry about Hidden anymore. This was the final possible pick for Hidden, as the other one was banned. And now, as a German, what do you decide to go for? Go for the second mixed mod because you just won the first one? Or do you want to try and maybe tease Taiwan a little with Hard Rock? Because, well, we just played Hidden. The switch from Hidden to Hard Rock is pretty rough. And I do believe that the Taiwan roster will not swap as much as Germany. I think Germany will be able to swap out a couple more players than the Taiwanese team can. Meaning that maybe they are warmed up a little better. Especially for Fate, the Hard Rock 2 pick. They are going to go for Hard Rock 1 instead.
Hard Rock 1 the pick to make. If it is any time to make this pick, it is now for Germany. When it is 3-1. Lose this pick here, and Taiwan have it all under control at match point. If they win this one, a bit of pressure on the Taiwanese side with threat to even things out again. You know for life making their first appearance in this one. In Ryoku, the obvious choice to stay in, and Marv as well. Dodo, AB, Shimao Koharu, and one more. Probably going to be Happiness Fish.
Yeah, I reckon as well. So only a single swap out for both teams then, it seems. You know, swapping out for Ginoshi, and then I expect you to see Happiness Fish in the end of Taiwan. That's going to be pretty rough for Dodo, AB, and Ryoku, Shimo, and Marv Mello going from Hidden on AR9 to Hard Rock on AR10. This is the easy of the Hard Rock maps. It's just a consistency pick, really. We haven't seen too many misses on this map throughout the tourney so far. So that might not be as rough as a change as the other Hard Rock pick would have been, Hard Rock 2. But it's still going to be pretty rough. I do expect a couple of slip-ups here and there. It's just always hard to transition from Hidden to Hard Rock in this game mode.
Yeah, and the time Taiwan's taking, oh, there it is. Yes, ESC Ice Rain in for the first time in this game, for the first Hard Rock. The amount of time that took for him to enter, it's a question of whether it was just getting ready or whether it really was a tough decision. If it was a tough decision, maybe Germany have found their lifeline for this game, but for now, only time will tell who will take this point. Germany looking very confident though on this one.
Yeah, it's good to see teams making use of the entire rosters, so it's nice to see Ice Rain making their debut as well into the round of 32. Everybody ready up now for this 5th map of the match, Germany's pick. This could be another really close one. I mean, I could just repeat that over and over again. These two teams are just very closely matched in terms of skill, and in terms of just overall capabilities on every single mod, it is quite similar too. Really only with Taiwan having a bit of a stronger Hidden roster, I do think. Other than that, it's just anyone's game. And we will see if the coin will flip towards Germany's favor in this Hard Rock 1 pick. The 5th map of the match. Let us have it.
Yeah, all eyes on for Life as well, seeing how well he's going to do on his first map appearance in a World Cup, I believe. Half point to come in as well when you're down 2 points to Taiwan.
Lots of pressure on this one for Yuno for sure. You're already behind 2 points, and this being your first appearance will always be the hardest one. And indeed, they will miss right after the 200 combo mark. That is really unfortunate. Got to give the initial lead there for Taiwan. Plenty of map left, so no worries there. Hopefully they can shake off those nerves in the coming minutes, and then Germany might be able to make a comeback. So for a solid performance there for Taiwan. A couple of droplet misses there for Ice Rain so far. This is their first appearance as well. A bit nervy it does seem like, because there's a miss from them as well. And the scores will very likely even out in a couple of seconds.
The time plays a little bit into the advantage of Germany here. Just have a lot more in Ice Rain, I believe. Finding another one there, but right now the difference does make it. Germany is pulling ahead by a little bit. Not a lead to be fully comfortable with yet, but definitely still a lead at least, while almost no one else finds a miss in this lobby. But with the length only about halfway through, that could definitely be the case, and it is.
Missing there again, so that's going to give it back to Taiwan for the time being. Ice Rain and really battling it out here. Both now on 2 misses. So far, it could still be anyone's game. Maybe we will actually move on to a spinner battle if these were to constantly miss simultaneously. You never know. There's been a couple of really close matches so far in this round of 32 stage. The others have Dodoi, Bishimoe, and Ryoki and Mark Miller holding on to their combos very neatly. Now, almost entering that 1000 combo zone.
Oh, that's not a good miss. And now is the point where Germany can pull forward a lot more. All the combos they need to build up significantly now, and you see it definitely is happening.
Yeah, this is the first break of the map, really. This is the first big moment. No trade-off here. Holding on to the combo now, reaching the 500 mark. And there's not too much time left on this map. So if Germany is able to hold on until this spinner, I think they might just have it. They will have to miss at least twice now, I do believe, in order for Taiwan to take this point. But the map is not going to increase in difficulty any further. They've played the hardest parts already. Now looking really solid on both teams. With a very late miss there.
Heim is not in Taiwan's favor there, as Germany finds their lifeline in Hard Rock, takes their second point to make it a 1-point deficit now. For Life doing enough with the 4 misses and higher combo to bring his team forward to the win. 16k, the lead that they end on. And now Taiwan must make the right choice here. They must pick the map that will get them to match point. No risk of tying it out now. If they want to close it out, it'll have to be on this point, doing all they can.
Yeah, super big point here for Germany too. That is so important. They're back in the game now. Just a single point of deficit versus 3 points of deficit. Exact same amount of misses as well for both teams. So, they're so closely matched. It's a real good time watching these two battle it out against each other. Taiwan now having to strategize once more. Going for mixed mode doesn't seem like a very good option here because, well, they lost the first one. So that means that they might just want to continue down into the no mod pool, perhaps? Maybe break up the momentum a little bit, slowing down the AR. They could also try and go for double time here. Because, well, they're used to AR-10 now after this Hard Rock pick. Making it a little easier to read the double time maps. They're not too high in AR. But Germany has a really strong setup for double time too. And yeah, they are going to break up the momentum a little bit. No mod 1. Very stable and consistent map. Instead of going for the very rough and platter control heavy double time maps here.
That no 1 pick does surprise me actually. In qualifiers, Taiwan had a significantly better score on no 1-2 and not doing as well on no 1-1 compared to Germany, but they feel quite confident with this one. Happiness to Shimoda and Shimo Koharu, the consistent three to go in with, but with the scores that those players have set this game, I'm quite confident that they have the confidence in this map here. As for Germany, Ida coming in for the first time this game, Inryoku and Marv, the two that have stayed in this whole time, holding it down actually. They've been playing quite well, and now it is down to Ida to match that in this no 1-1 consistency map.
Yeah, two really strong core players from both teams here, and they're gonna tire out eventually. So I was wondering whether Taiwan or Germany was gonna swap out a couple of players here. This could be a good moment for these players to catch a bit of a break, because this will not be a very tough map for any of these players. It is just all consistency. There's no real difficulty in this map. It is a very stable map, but they will go for this core setup once more. Now, after 30 minutes of play, they might start to see a bit of fatigue. I'm not entirely sure whether we will see triple FCs all across the board here. Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. As we get started on this 6th map, the pick of Taiwan, Germany can even it out here if they were to break.
Yeah, and this is definitely the map where a break is quite likely to happen. This is consistency in a tournament like this. SR 5.37 and the skill of the players we have on screen right now. Triple FC is definitely plausible. Does it come down to spinner? Who knows? We've only got 3 minutes more of map to figure that one out. But no, Inryoku of all people, and Beater as well, to find the misses there. 2 is going to be not that good for Germany. Not ideal at all, as Taiwan have maintained their triple FC here.
Solid gameplay so far by Taiwan indeed. There's still a lot of map left. But yeah, these misses are a bit uncharacteristic. Maybe the players are a bit nervous. Maybe there is a bit of fatigue. You never know. I mean, you just went from AI 10 to AI 9.2. That is a bit of a swap of gameplay too. You're gonna have to readjust a little bit there. But the same goes for Dojo AB and Shimo Koharu. So might we see misses on their end too? We will have to wait and see. However, Beta and Inryoku now back at 300 combo. In catch with score V2, your combo or your score per node will cap out a 200 combo. So the most important thing is to get back to that 200 combo as fast as you possibly can. And they've done that very neatly.
Yeah, but what matters when Taiwan still hold their triple FCs halfway through the map. Doesn't like they're going to be slowing that at any point, making it through these streams. Everyone but Inryoku. Once again, the player you least expect find the miss there. And it is nothing but nightmares for Germany right now as we enter the second half of the map with a score lead that's going to grow to 100k very soon if Taiwan keep it up here. Not good at all for Germany.
I have a feeling that Inryoku's undershooting a couple of these streams here and there. He missed quite a lot of notes there. Now dropped under the S rank already with only 98% accuracy. Well, back to S rank now again, but those are a lot of notes to miss. Beta following that up with a miss of their own as well. Another one too. And Taiwan is looking extremely solid on the other hand. No misses there yet. And it's looked like they've done it. It's looking like they've done it. Sealing the deal here with another no-mod win. It seems like that would be a 4th point. We still have to wait it out a little bit. Inryoku, however, missing once more. Yeah, it's looking really tough for Germany here.
Yeah, that break session is going to do nothing but fill Taiwan with the confidence they need. Shimo Koharu are going to be the first one to miss on the Taiwan side, but nothing at all will stop them from losing this 6-digit 155k lead. Another one from Shimo Koharu, but at this point what matters most is that they have secured their 4th point and brought it to match point here, potentially. Just a few seconds left. I'm speaking too soon.
You weren't speaking to me. I think it was mathematically impossible for Germany to make that comeback right there, as you said it. And yeah, big score gap here actually. 140,000 points here in favor of Taiwan. That is not because Germany played bad at all. They played really well too. It's just really solid from Taiwan here. Dodo AB and Happiness Fist both finding the FC. Marvmello once again though, finding a double S on this map, doing really well so far for Germany. It's really unfortunate it doesn't pay off quite as he wanted it to, but there's still hope left. Germany will, however, have to win 3 times in a row in order to take this match home, and that's going to be really rough. They will be able to pick next. After that, it will be Taiwan to put them in a position where they'll just have to have faith in their own capabilities. Having to pick up another breakpoint.
Mixed mod here, staring at them, but that is quite a different map to Mixed mod 1. No Hard Rock 1 will be, no Hard Rock 1's been picked. Hard Rock 2, back to Hard Rock for the Germans. Their safe space here, they know that for sure, and now with the higher CS map, they're going to look to be keeping themselves alive for a little bit longer.
This one is rough. I find it a really rough map, so it could be very nervy. It has a lot of weird spacings, feels a little like a combat once more. So if you're in a nervous spot like Germany might be at this point, it could be tough. It could be tough.
Yeah,
never mind. E1. Oh, sorry.
Marv back in. I was gonna say Marv. I don't think Marv had left that slot all game.
Oh, he's gonna settle in that slot for sure.
Yeah.
Do you think Germany's gonna be able to do it? Actually, do you think they will make the run back? You won't.
I think if they take this one, with the maps that are left and the way Taiwan does tend to pick their maps out, it is definitely possible that Germany take at least one of the maps that are remaining in 2. By memory, that is No More 2, Double Time 1 and 3 actually could be an option, and that Mixed Mod 2 as well. Hard Rock 2 for now, they'll have to get past this one first. For life back in made the difference on the Hard Rock 1 pick, and hopefully going to make it again on this one. Good luck, have fun, in chat, and we are up. We are in.
Yeah, all eyes on both Ice Rain and Uno for life once again. This one is a bit tougher than the previous Hard Rock pick that we saw, so I expect more players to miss here. Another full combo would be marvelous here, no pun intended, from Marvmello. We'll have to wait and see as we get into this 7th pick already. It's been a close match so far, and I do hope they're going to be able to carry it on a little bit more.
Slow to start things off. Nothing too dangerous to exist. Pacings are already pretty harsh, and everyone kind of locked in for this one for now.
Here's a couple of annoying spacings. You might think that this is fairly easy if you're pretty new to the game, but it is quite some reaction speed that you need in order to catch those long jumps, these elongated pauses. Doesn't flow all too well.
But 1/3 in, everyone's still FCing, contrary to what we thought, where a lot of players would find this is a lot more than Hard Rock 1. Now it is neck and neck. It is very close, flipping between red and blue on that score lead bar here. With no drops yet, only difference being made right now is the accuracy on the side of Germany. 2 SSs compared to the 1 that Taiwan has.
I am quite astonished, honestly, seeing that everybody is still holding on to a full combo that will actually break Uno for life, unfortunately, right before the break. That is incredibly unfortunate. But still, a very impressive performance nonetheless from everybody so far. It is a very unfortunate spot for Germany to be in, though. They know exactly that they are going to be trailing behind a little now, because the players were able to see each other's scores just now. There's only about a fifth of the map left, so if Taiwan will not drop, it's gonna go to them.
No. Yeah, you know, spend another one there, but it's the same thing through again in this final quarter. Taiwan will need to find 2 to secure this one for Germany. It is match point to Taiwan as well, and everyone playing super well still 3 FCs on that side.
It's quite baffling to see them play it as well, honestly. That is not what I predicted would happen, but Taiwan holding on to triple FC so far. They're going to have to explode in order for Germany to take it back. But that misses way too late. 60,000 points of difference. And truly, what could Germany have done against this? They would have needed a triple FC in order to beat Taiwan there. Just absolutely perfect performance there for Taiwan. Well, close to perfect because of that single last miss from there for Ice Rain. Just 11 combos shy of the end of the map. But that was an incredible game and a map well picked by Germany still. I don't think they expected Taiwan to perform so well on this. That's going to conclude it, however. Taiwan beating Germany 5-2. But the scoreline doesn't quite show exactly how close it was, I do believe. It was a very nice game to spectate.
Yeah, just a matter of a few points in that case of the second map we saw. And just a few misses as well, only 1 or 2 at some points in time separating the 2 teams. But there it is, Taiwan securing it as the higher seed at 5-2 going into the next round, where they will be playing the winner of...
There's lots of teams to look through, so
Wait a minute.
let us have patience here for Ewong. He's looking at
3 business days. God. I can't find it. The winner of Poland versus Malaysia, 2 versus 31. That one going to be in a 13 minutes, actually. The next one on this channel here. At the same time, Japan will be taking on Thailand. The 8 versus 25 seeds. That'll be happening on the B stream. So stick around for that. Only 13 minutes of waiting time. Stick around, chat in the chat. Don't forget to buy your banners in the meantime. Support your favorite teams. I know one team's getting a lot of support. But wherever you're from, whoever you like the most, buy them banners. And we'll see you very shortly.
Yeah, see you in a bit.